Alright, so in this video I'm going to go over 3 things that I really like about my 2023 Subaru Forester Wilderness. And the first thing that I'm going to start off with is obviously going to be the looks. This is not a car that is overly mass produced and sold. So it's not something you see every day. You'll see a lot of Subarus on the road. You'll see a lot of Foresters on the road. But the odds of seeing a Subaru Wilderness, it's just not. It's probably 1 in 10 right now driving on the road. And with that, it's kind of like a Swiss Army knife of cars. So it's got the ground clearance, it's got the tires, and it's got the look. So it's a car that has a lot of features that's really, it performs really well whether the weather's good, whether it's raining, or whether it's just real crappy, like standing water on the road. It performs really well. I haven't had a chance to drive this in the snow, so I can't speak on that. But just from the overall looks and design of how they did it, it's a very nice car. Alright, so moving into the cab, this car is very comfortable. It's got a lot of leg room. And I have 3 teenage kids, and one thing I can tell you is I came from a Crosstrek and a Civic, and both of those did not have a lot of leg room. As far as the Forester, there's quite a bit of room back here for the kiddos to ride around in. And like I said, they're all teenagers now. It's kind of messy in here because I have been driving it quite a bit. But as far as comfort-wise, it's very roomy. And the package of the Wilderness, it has different design seats and of course some accent packages in here. But overall, it's just a very well put together. It doesn't feel flimsy in here. It doesn't feel cheap. That's one of the gripes I had about my Civic, was everything felt kind of cheap. And this definitely does not. They did a really good job. They tagged quite a few areas with Subaru Wilderness, as far as the doors, the seats, and of course down to the floor. They tagged the floor mats. But just very nice. And even when you turn on the car, you get the Wilderness package. It lights up and it does all kinds of stuff, and the gauge cluster has the Wilderness as well. But overall, it feels very solid. It doesn't feel like a cheap car, which I really appreciate. And the Wilderness do cost a little more. This one was about $37,000, maybe $38,000 after taxes and all that stuff. But it very well put together car, and no complaints with how the interior feels. Alright, so for the last piece, my third favorite thing so far of owning this Subaru, as you can see, if that comes up clear, it has 2,200 miles on it. So I haven't owned it very long, just over a month. Just like the last Subaru, it does have the little light where I guess you're supposed to wait for it to idle down before you drive. But the final thing is going to be the technology package in here. And that goes along with the dash and all that stuff. So as far as technology, it works well with Android. I'm recording this on an S23 Ultra, and it seamlessly integrates with my phone, and I have no issues with that. It works very well. Another great thing about this car is the remote doesn't have your remote start, but the actual app that you can use, I think it's called Subaru Starlink. You can actually go in and remote start your car. You can change all your functions in here, as far as like your AC, your heat, climate control. You can pretty much set the car to where when you walk out of your house, when your car's, running for like a minute or two, and your car's going to be exactly where you want it. And then all you got to do when you walk out is hit the brake, press the start button, and everything's good to go from there. But that's a huge update, because my Crosstrek and my Civic as well did not have that. But it's a huge plus that this works great. The stereo, as far as integration with your phone, all the apps work great, and also the Subaru Starlink app is also very good. So no complaints there. Other than that, the Wilderness does come with, obviously the normal X mode, and you can shift it around. It also comes with seat warmers, which is really nice. The coldest it's been here has probably been about 40, high 30s. So I only used them like once or twice, but they do work well. And then other than that, it has all the normal functions of a car now, a newer car, I should say. So it has all the power windows, you know, electric e-brake, all that stuff. I will end it with one thing that does bother me a little bit, and that is the eyesight. So they still haven't really fixed the eyesight. So I've driven this car when there's a lot of rain, and if you're using like cruise control, the eyesight will shut off if it's raining too hard, depending on what kind of weather you're in, or if this window fogs up, you know, going around the window trim, eyesight will go off. And I think that's something I had a problem with in my 2020 Crosstrek. So it's kind of frustrating that they still haven't fixed the eyesight on here. But other than that, I'll do a quick pan of everything. It is a very, very nice car. And so far, so good. I really, really like this car. So, really good upgrade and purchase, I feel. And as I get more mileage on it, I'll do an update and probably figure out some things that I don't like. I already know one thing I really don't like, and it's that the little button for the auto start and stop. Still the same way. You have to get in the car, press that button every time. But as far as, you know, driving the car, there's zero road noise. It's got the 2.5, so it's got plenty of power. It shifts pretty smooth for the CVT. And just overall, it's a really well balanced car. So like I said, to me, this is like the Swiss Army knife of cars. So like I said, those are just a couple things that I really like about the car, and then the one thing I really, really hate about it. And this is my perspective. But if you have one of these, drop it below what you like. Tell me what you don't like, because I might feel the same way. I just haven't got that far in the ownership of the car yet to really hate something. I've been on one big road trip, and that was only about 1,300 miles or so. So no real big road trips thus far. But like I said, just a couple things that I like and the one thing I don't like. And in the future, I really do hope Subaru figures out a way where you can kind of just disable that. I've seen all the videos where people are like, oh, you can just turn on your defrosters and then it won't shut off on you. Like, no, I want a way where I can just turn that off completely and not have to worry about it. So anyway, thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. I also tried to pan around and give a small view of the Subaru, what it looks like inside. But thanks for watching.